welcome to today's episode of Afrocentric Spirituality. My name is Taboo West. If this is your first time on the channel, you are highly welcome. This is a place where we separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concept from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I am going to be talking about the tarot cards, okay? The tarot, as some people usually call it. And there's this particular misconception or belief that tarot cards are not African, that is from Europe, and so they are not accurate and should not be used by African people for divination purposes. So I have seen many spiritualists, they come online, African traditional spiritualists, they laugh at people using tarot card. They say tarot card is not accurate, it's bullshit, it's this, is that. It is not for African people, that a real, authentic African spiritual practitioner must use only native African spiritual methods of divination. By that, their regular cowries, oracle beads, sands, coconut shell, bones, or animal entries, or any other thing that they are using apart from tarot. I want to talk on it today because I have heard about this a lot. I have surprise for many people because the tarot card that you are blasting as an African spiritualist is also an African method of divination. In fact, the tarot card is one of the most ancient African divination system. Okay, white people never invented tarot. Europe people, they never invented tarot. Anything you see online where they write that tarot was discovered in 18th century, 19th century by some French, so and so, they are all lies. The original tarot system, if you want to trace the origin of the tarot card, we have traced it back to ancient Egypt. Even before ancient Egypt, far back to Kush, to modern-day Sudan in Africa. Tarot is pure 100% African divination system. So for those African traditionalists that are blasting the tarot card, that is not African, it is African system. It is our system. Okay? You're blasting your own system because you see so many white people using it. In fact, if you go online, all the white spiritualists, tarot is what they use. Okay, this is what they use because it's easy to understand. And today I will explain it to you why it is easy to understand. And I use the tarot. Okay, I use it for my divination system, and I will tell you why I use it. The tarot cards are originally used in ancient Egypt. The name we call it is Metutu. Metutu might be the name where we call this tarot card for Africa. Okay, we know him as Metutu. Metutu means oracle, the great oracle of Thoth, the Atlantia, Thoth, Jehuti, the god Jehuti, the one where they always carry barrel. We call him Thoth. Now, one of my deity, is one of the principal deities of this channel. You always see him with a pen. He's always writing. He's always writing all the time. Now, Thoth we dey follow for here because we dey study. We are all students of Thoth. He's the one that originated this tarot system. Okay, so we call it the Oracle of Thoth, or Troth, or Jehuti. This is another name. So he's the one that have this system. Now him be the original founder of this system. So now African deity, now you get the system. For you to know more about the Metutu in its African format, you will need to read the book written by Ra Onufera, Medunator Volume 1. He talked extensively about this very oracle system, the great oracle of Tehuti. And he's talking about the tarot cards and how the tarot cards represents various systems of creation. The tarot cards is made up of 78 cards in all. We have 22 major arcana, they call it that way. Then we have 58 minor ones. Okay, coming together, there are 78. These 78 represent different aspects of reality of human spiritual existence. Okay, to be more precise, we use 22 for divination purposes. To make things short and to get straight to the point, we rely on 22 because the 22 represent the totality of creation from beginning to end. They represent a cycle form, okay, from birth, life, and rebirth, which we call death, from beginning to end. So 20, 1, 22, from 0 to 21 is the cards. So 0 card is presented as a fool, and 20 to the last card is represented as the word. From beginning, point 0, to the end of the word is complete. So it's a complete system of divination. So these cards, we call them the greater arcana, the 22 symbols. They can be analyzed numerically, and the belief is that these 22 cards, they represent the whole body of human consciousness, okay, from beginning to end, from life to death or rebirth. So they represent 22 aspects of human existence, and they are symbolic in nature. In the ancient Egyptian tarot, they are represented by various deities. Different deities have different role they play in your life. Okay, what you need to know about this card is that they represent the Kemetic tree of life. If you are following spirituality, you would have heard the term called the tree of life, popularized by the so-called Jewish people, that they claim they have a system called Kabbalah tree of life, Kabbalistic tree of life, that contain 10 Sephirot, 10 stages of existence, or 10 spheres where you can be able to make contact with deities and get knowledge and grow your character. Well, the news I have for you is that this so-called Kabbalistic tree of life was copied directly, was plagiarized from the Egyptian Kemetic tree of life. We Africans are the ones that invented this tree of life. It is not Jewish people. The Jewish people simply stole it and they put it in a system called Kabbalah, which they used to interpret their own fake Bible, plagiarized versions of African spirituality, which they copied. So the Kabbalah is not the origin of tarot. The tarot originates from the Kemetic tree of life, okay? The Kemetic tree of life represents the life paths of the human being, how to build the character of a person into a god. It's alchemical, how to turn base metal to superior metal or precious metal, how to turn like brass to gold, how to build your character into a spiritual man or woman, the Osiris Ani, your higher self, how to become a living god, if you will say that in another context. So this tree of life, we can see the symbolism in ancient Egypt, in the symbolism of the crook and the fray. When you see our people, our ancient Egyptian ancestors, they always carry two symbols, the crook and the fray. That crook and the fray you see is the origin or the symbolism of the Kemetic tree of life. You can trace the tree of life from Kabbalah to Kemet to the crook and the fray. I have done 3 videos on this crook and the fray. We also have it till tomorrow. All West African kings, all kings in Nigeria, they have their own West African crook and fray. So it represents the spare of stiffness and mercy. You reward good, you punish evil. You reward good, you punish evil. You build your character. The English people got the symbolism of the carrot and stick from there. You reward good, you punish evil. The crook and the fray is how we adopted this Kemetic tree of life, which the Jewish people are now calling Kabbalistic tree of life, and they are pushing everywhere. This so-called Bible that you're reading today, they also stole this very concept from Egyptian poems. You will hear Psalm 23. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. What is the rod and the staff? It is the crook and the fray of your entity, of your higher self. In that place, I call it God, the rod and staff of God. It is simply the rod and staff of Osiris or Horus, or the principal deity that you follow your venerating. So they guide you with their own crook and the fray. When you make a mistake, they pull you back. When you are doing good, they reward you. This is how a king rules over his empire. So you need to know about this tree of life. And this tree of life journey is represented on the 22 major arcana of the tarot system. Okay, so the tarot is an 100%, I repeat, an 100% African divination system. It has nothing to do with Europe. The Europeans, the white people, they stole it. They are trying to steal it like it's their own. The way they steal every good thing from Africa. When I tell you majority of white people are thieves, this is one point again that they are trying to steal our spiritual system and pass it on as their own. Now they are attributing it to Kabbalah and some bloody French people that they invented tarot. They invented nothing. Okay, they are thieves. Simple as that. Plagiarists. So this system, you should not be afraid of it as an African. I use it a lot. I have been using this tarot card for 8 years and it's very, very accurate. This is my tarot. If you look at it, it's already rusted. But I should have gotten a new one, but I've been very, very much attached to these cards. It is simple. Your rider weight tarot is what I'm still using. Can you imagine? It's not about the tool. The skill matters. Most times, I already know what will happen. The cards just help me to confirm it. I also read sands. I am the oracle of the sands. I use sand for definition. But why I use this tarot card is that it's very flexible for me to carry. Very easy for me to use. Flexible, it's popular. People will not even suspect me of being a spiritualist. I carry it every country I go and I flip it. Very easy for me. It's very, very easy thing to use and it's very, very accurate as well if you know what you are doing. Okay, if you know how to use it. Many people don't know how to use it because they don't know how to use it. They say that it is not working. If you want to learn it, I can teach you on my class, of course. What you will need to know is that you need to initiate yourself into the system of the card, into the vibration of the card. A good book for that is this book written by what is this guy again? Mustafa. Is the book called The Kemetic Tree of Life. You want to know about the Kemetic Tree of Life? You need to get his book. I think you can get it easily online. It talked about the original tree of life, not that Kabbalistic nonsense that is very difficult to understand. You need to know it from an Afrocentric perspective. You need to read the Kemetic Tree of Life. Then you also need to initiate yourself into the system. There's another good book for that you can use to initiate yourself into the system so that the card will walk and flow through you. Okay? So not everybody can actually connect to the cards. Not everybody. And people have different systems of using it. I have my own system. Another person can have their own system. The main thing is that you get your results. Is it working? Are you getting accurate results? That is what I want to hear. So people have different system of communicating with the cards. I have my own. Anybody can have their own. It is easy to use, easy to understand, very flexible. But a lot of African people, because they have seen so many white people using these cards, they don't want to be seen to be doing the same thing with them so that they will say, we are all doing the same thing. Okay, we are not all doing the same thing. Some people are bootleggers. But the fact remains that this is our stuff. We own this shit. So we should claim it. We should not leave it for them. We should claim it. It works very well for us, more than them, because it's not their stuff. Many of them just trying to copy this stuff. You need to be a natural person. If it's in your bloodstream, it flows. When I do these divinations, immediately I touch the card, I shuffle the card, I already even know before I even open the cards to even say it, to even read it. I read it like a story, like a chapter of the person's life, past, present, and future. Easy for you to read like that. Okay, so if you feel that this card is too white for you, like that they have changed the ancient African symbols to something that many people will not understand, but I can still understand them. Somebody have done a very good card. We have what they call the Akamara Tarot, a very beautiful black lady have designed, very Afrocentric tarot card. You can check it out. She's calling it Akamara Tarot. And she sells them online. It makes use of the African deities for representing the different spheres or sephiroth or different points of creation, whereby you can be able to use them to connect to reality. It's a very good card. I have seen it, and for people that want to be more African, I will recommend that Akamara Tarot for them. Okay, I think it will be more accurate. I've seen the card, and my spirit is telling me that these cards will be better, will be good for African people to easily understand, because this one is difficult for African people to understand. I have to study this carefully, and I have to connect with it too. So a lot of people, African people, they may not want to work with these cards. Okay, so you can build your own tarot. Maybe one day I will do my own tarot cards as well. Anybody can do their own if you know what you are doing. It's an oracle system, so you just know how to plug in the right deities. So if you want to be more African and you want to go into the tarot thing, check out this Akamara tarot. I think you will like it very much. And one thing people need to know is that we are talking about tree of life, tree of life, tree of life. We also have tree of death. The tree of death is the opposite of the tree of life. Okay, it's also represented in the carrots. So every card have a flip side. You need to know it can be something positive or negative. Okay, so we have tree of death too. That is another story on its own. So you need to know this. So what I want to tell you in this video is that tarot is African divination system. Okay, I use it a lot. It works for me. So it's not European system. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them deceive you. Don't let them bully you out of your own spiritual system. Okay, they are not the originators of it. They stole it. So don't let them bully you out of using it. You can use it. You can connect with it, and it's very easy to understand. Okay, so this is what I have for you in this video. In my inner class, I'll be going into details of how I use this tarot for my own divination system. So if you want to learn that, you need to register at my class, where you see me actually breaking down the tarot in details and explaining how you can interpret it and how you can use it for your own divination. So you can sign up for my classes. Okay, so if you have any questions and comments, you can put it on the channel. And consultations, all that stuff, you know where to find me. And like and share my video, please, so that I can go higher, get more steps. A lot of people are crowding me, so I need to go higher so that the algorithm can push my videos up. So please help to share my videos so that all those bad guys should not be crowding me with their system, so I can go up in this thing. So apart from that, I wish you a very wonderful day, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. So take care and bye. Peace.